What's going on, people? Welcome back to another one. AJ versus Dubois fight week. And just a quick one today. Just want to talk about Dubois' team and what is going on with Dubois' team in a moment. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Please don't forget, click that like button. It does help. We're trying to grow, trying to get to at least, let's get to that little 400 mark. And not even that, let's try and get to the 500 mark. Let's be optimistic. What the hell? 500 subscribers, let's try and get to it by the end of the month. Please help me. Anyway, today we're talking about Don Charles. Now, Don Charles has been missing from Team Dubois in this kind of fight week media scrum. We had the grand arrivals a couple of days ago, and then we had the media workout, and Don Charles was missing from that media workout. As a head trainer, I would expect him to be there. Maybe I'm reading into it for no reason, maybe it's nothing, but we had another member of the team, Kieran Farrelly, who I think joined Dubois' team on the last fight, maybe the one before that as well, so he's quite new to the team. He was leading the pad work in the media workout. Now, we also had an interview from Spencer Fearon. If you haven't seen it, it's on the Stomping Ground, and he was alluding to the fact that Dane Dubois' dad wasn't happy with Don Charles after the Usyk fight and tried to get rid of him, and how, you know, that might be a reason why Don Charles isn't around right now. He's looking a bit sticky. Now, I don't usually like to get into the gossip and all that type of stuff, but some of it does ring a little true. Now, my own little inside info, this is the exclusive, no other YouTuber has this. Now, a friend of mine actually sat next to Don Charles in a cafe. I think it was before the Miller fight. And he was talking about how camp was going with Dubois. I was saying it was going all right, but he was highlighting that the dad is an issue. He did say it a few times that the dad has been an issue in camp, and he does get quite involved in camp, and, you know, he kind of starts to undermine what Don Charles says. And obviously Don Charles is a very old school coach, and you know, what he says goes. He needs to be the lead person, and you can see that there's a bit of issues there from a while ago. So it wouldn't surprise me if what Spencer Fearon said is true. What else is kind of a little bit worrying? What is worrying is that Dubois, in a few of his interviews, when he've asked about, you know, the change that you've made and so on and so forth, he has bigged up his dad a lot, and he hasn't mentioned Don Charles. This one interview, he didn't mention him even once. He was just saying, my dad, you know, my dad's been there, my dad, which, you know, as a father, that's a great thing to hear. But as a coach, you don't want to hear your fighter just speaking about his dad, who basically is there for moral support. Like, not boxing advice, but moral support. And you don't want to hear your fighter talking more about that being a reason for their success than the actual technique and what they're learning and game plan from their coaches. You know, he's been giving his dad a lot of props, a lot of praise, and not bigging up his coach at all. A little bit worrying. You know, maybe Don Charles will make a late appearance. You know, Ben Davison doesn't really make appearance around the 5 week too much. I know AJ likes to do his own thing, but it was just a peculiar sight to see in the media workout that the lead trainer wasn't there at all. Like, not just not holding pads, but not there. And Don Charles is a very active lead trainer. He is always there holding pads. He's always there with a body shield on. So it's a bit interesting that wasn't there. So yeah, I don't know. What do you make of that? I don't know if you think I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, but I feel like that's a little bit ominous. Hey, but more videos coming this week as well. We're talking about the undercard in my next video and my predictions for how that one goes. Remember, like, share, subscribe, trying to get us to 500 subscribers by the end of the month, which means that I need to step up my work rate. Jeez, don't put pressure on me, man. Allow it. Anyway, see you soon. Peace.